think it's going. Yeah, I can see it. Got the sun in my eyes today. Well, I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Not sure if I'm in the picture. Boy, that sure just doesn't ever look like it's in the picture. That's going way down, but that's at the bottom of the log. I can't see that good. I'm in the picture. All right, we'll put it up there. That looks like maybe more chance of me being in there, and I'll squat down a little bit. I'm not doing what I should be doing. I'm kind of, I guess as they say, as I say in past videos, I'm practicing the piano. I guess I can sit on that log. This is some of that wood that I got down from the farm park, and it's just in the way, and I want to get rid of it. I got today and tomorrow before sleet and rain, freezing and rain, all that kind of nonsense comes in on Thursday. Today is Tuesday. I've moved some wood around today, and I brought that log, I don't know if you can see it in the background over by the Kubota, on that mill, so that should stay dry. I'm trying to think, but I just want to get this up. Everybody's got their own way of sawing wood. It seems to me the latest thing is have the long bar so you don't have to bend over. Well, I'm all right with that if that's what you want to do. I have absolutely no... Hey, do what you want to do. You're going to find out down the road when you have that long bar and you don't want to bend over and you hit that rock and that dirt, you got a lot of teeth to sharpen. Okay? Now, if you have a tractor, you probably got forks, or if you're in this kind of nonsense, you probably got a tractor with forks on it. Seems to me, sawing off the forks is a good way to do it. Now, the grapples getting away, but the forks have no, if you can't saw around them forks, and by the time you're down to this spot here, you can probably move that log one way or the other, although this is a white oak and it's right heavy. It's about 18 inches at that end. It's about 16 inches at this end. I'm going to be using a wore out, I don't know if you can see how wore out those teeth are. They're down to the nubs. That's the you can see there ain't much tooth left on those guys, but I don't really care. You guys know I'm cheap, so I'm gonna try to get the most out of it. But if I have this thing up at a comfortable height, and actually this is a little bit lower than I want, I can saw this through this thing. I don't have to worry about the chainsaw diving in the dirt. Even though you can hit the dirt in the log, I don't really like sawing on frozen days. It's about 30, it's probably up to 38 out here right now, but the sun's out, which makes it a lot more comfortable. I use a log crayon to mark. I don't know, I'm trying to see if you can see that. And it marks pretty good. And so what I do is, these are cut at 17 inches, so I just cut it so it makes my piece about 18 inches long. That's what I've been measuring logs for years, boards, wood for in years, and so that's just why I do it at that length. Also, I used to do it longer than that, but every time I had a fireplace, I'd have to roll the ends of the logs into the center, so I started playing around with that, and 18 inch was a comfortable thing for inside the fireplaces that I had, or inserts that I had in the houses, and I've had them for many years. So that's why I came up with cutting everything at 18 inches. That was long after I was selling cords of wood, and I've been measuring wood for years and years. I'm probably forgetting half the stuff. You know, you need to buy it if. Let's see, what's a good one? I don't really know. I wasn't thinking on this video. I'm just kind of want to get, like I said, this stuff here and get that stuff out of the way. So I can get to the wood splitter. I got all these big boxes of wood everywhere that I got to do some organizing down here. I don't know if that's going to be today. What else did I do? I stacked my pallets up over there, got them out of the way because they were everywhere. I stacked my lids for the crates. I guess you guys know I do lids crazier than anybody else. Instead of cutting them in half from top to bottom, because this is the top, if you cut them this way, they're longer and they fit over. Then I tie them down with those strings on the four corners. Then when I'm done with them, I made a little pallet. Now these two here are different. I was using them for something else. You go back in the past videos, because if you cut them one way and cut them the other way, one will fit inside the other, and so you can have a watertight seal. But down there's the stack of the ones that I use for covering up. And cut slits in them because then the air will come out. I never had a problem that, and I haven't checked to see what this wood's at. This was cut probably in the spring, but and that's oak. I wouldn't be surprised if it's ready to go now. That's cherry. I like to put that in. There's cherry in the wood stove today. Anyhow, I'm gonna get cutting with this old chainsaw, and probably use the one over there is a real old one, and it's only got a 16-inch bar on it, so that'd probably be good for this one here. But it's just a little bit light, and I'm just gonna use this. This one's a 660, by the way. I don't know. It is what it is. We're going to see how this old chain will do. They've been warmed up. Oh, I know what I was going to say. No, I don't have safety pajamas on. Your safety is your personal protection equipment. PPE is your own, whatever you want to do. So if I don't want to wear it, don't get on me for not wearing it. If you want to wear it, I think you should wear it. Okay, I've been cutting wood for over 50 years. And about 4 years ago, I got some of the safety pajamas. And in 45 years or 47 years, I never had an accident. I've had 2 since I had it on, and both times it was because I had them on. So I don't have them on today. If you're out in the woods in a very on level area and stuff like that, it might be a good idea to wear them. If you're used to wearing them, it might be a good idea to wear them. We could do that too. I don't have anything against them. I don't have anything you want to do, so don't get on me for stuff that I don't do. Starting this thing would be nice. I don't even know if you're in there. I think you got it. I got to walk a little bit from one end to the other. didn't take too long for that old rotten blade. It cut pretty good. Now I gotta go pick up another one. Maybe I'll pick that one up, give the switch, no, I think I'll bring that, I'm gonna bring that long one up down there. That's really in my way more than anything. Old chain cut pretty good for being a rotten old chain. These guys here, you know, you gotta save them. Generally, I only put one on the forks at a time. I might put two on the forks at a time. Just get this one out of the way. Bear with me while I go get a log. Be all right. I'm in a little bit of a log zone there. Usually I get a little further back, but it'll be all right. That one's pretty small. And now, I don't like the gnarls on that one, but those are small enough I'll knock them off with a splitter. What I'm talking about is these. I don't really like messing around with that kind of stuff, but sometimes you got to. There's one down here I cut off. I got to cut the end off because it's not equal. It's a fall cut. Of course, some reason I hit on a fork just about every time. I might split that different too. I don't know. I might cut that off before I get into it. I like nice straight things even when I get to the wood splitter, because when you're stacking them on the bucket, which is what I do. Now see, that's a, well, it's got a halfway cut through it anyway. It doesn't make much difference. Now I will use the old saw that I started from, that I used. I bought it back in '82, I think. We'll see how that one does. Then I'll roll that other one up. This is just kind of junk. See if this one will start now. Another one, I guess. Doesn't take too long to cut these up. Now, generally what I do, I'm going to be back here. If I start to get a big pile of logs, and I'm cutting real long logs, this one here is probably at least 2 feet long, I drop them down and push them up, but I think I'll just salt where it's at. This is the small end, so I usually mark starting at the big end. I should move back a little further, though, is what I should do. This one here is that ash that fell, where did it fall at? Fell by the boiler. I know a lot of people like ash, but to me ash is trash. I don't like it. It makes a lot of fly ash in the boiler, which I've said that a lot before. So these come out to be about 18 inches long. I don't see any point in walking up and down and trying to balance the measuring stick while you're measuring, but it would probably work better, those things in the crayon doesn't like to mark when it's wet. Ah, look at that, man. You don't get that very often. You guys didn't see it. I have to bring it in there. Look at this. My last cut. You couldn't want any nicer than that. We'll chop this one up. I might move it. I'm not real comfortable with where it's at. I think I'll move it a little bit. So put your ears on again in a minute, or for a minute, because I like it. I generally like them out here. Of course, then all my crown marks don't show because I just rolled it. That's where it's comfortable at, so I guess that's where it's going to be. I might have to mark it again. That'd be good enough. I'm just going to saw it there. Need to put a couple of these guys. Actually, when you have one as balanced as these are, I think you can generally pick them up. That was actually no weight at all. I bet it wasn't but a pound. I do things a little bit different when the camera's going and I forget and that kind of stuff. That's kind of more where I'm happy with it, except for I got to crawl over logs to salt, which I don't like to do. But I'm going to do it anyway. That's when you should have the chaps on, your safety pajamas. Got a tipper. Every now and then you do that. I wasn't sure whether that was going to do that or not. That ain't no big deal. Sometimes it happens, but I'm still keeping the saw out of the dirt. I'll tell you what, if you don't get ash the day that the beetles ate it and killed it, it's trash. That's all there is to it. I don't like burning it in the boiler because it has so much fly ash. I'm gonna keep cutting, but this video is about done for. That's how I cut the wood, and it keeps all the mess up here. I'll bring one more up. We're at 24, and I'll show you how when I start to get them build up, even though this is not a very long piece of wood coming up, I just push them up into a pile. It works good. So I think we'll put you here. There's actually quite a bit of wood right there, believe it or not. Some of it I can pick up, but I like I'll explain to you when I bring the bucket up and split wood. I don't have any gas for the wood splitter right now, but I like stuff that I can handle, pick up, and stuff that I can't pick up goes in the bucket, so I can stack it up higher. So I like to cut big stuff and small stuff at the same time, and mix it in between. Got to keep these guys out, keep them out of trouble. This is a not one that's ever going to get named. This is a working turtle. So let me go down and get that other log, and I'll show you what I do. But this is not as long a log as I normally do this with. Uh-oh, didn't want to do that. See how I clear out my working place? Looks pretty good. Oh my goodness, this is a big old white oak that doesn't want to roll. I don't know if you're in the, yeah, you might be in the camera, I'm not sure. Big old white oak that doesn't want to roll. But it's not too bad weight-wise. Yeah, it wants to roll back. It wants to run away from its work. I don't know if you're there. I hope you saw that. I don't know whether you saw it or not. Yeah, maybe you did. I'm gonna saw all these up. It isn't gonna take too long. And that's about it for this video. But what another nice thing is, if you get a big one where you don't want to lift it up, and if I keep sawing, which I'm not going to saw, I'm going to saw today, but I mean over a long period of time, a lot of stuff, you start to get a 2 or 3 inch base of wood chips. So if you're sawing and you do hit the bottom where the log is sitting on, you're probably just going to hit sawdust and probably won't hurt your chain. It's real hard sawing stuff on frozen ground, because that dirt turns into a file and it'll knock a blade out in a heartbeat. So I'm gonna keep on going. Thanks for stopping by, and I got, I don't know, 3 or 4 more to go. We'll see you later now. Bye bye.